You know, Pierre Trudeau was the leader of Canada, our Prime Minister for a number of years. Had a lot of aspects. His personality, you couldn't say he was a good guy, couldn't say he was a bad guy. He dealt in reality on a regular basis, mostly peaceful, somewhat egotistical and self-centered, but he could back it up with his intelligence. But one of the biggest scandals of the early part of his Prime Minister reign, the first term, was something that we call the Fuddle Duddle scandal. Now, this event occurred on February 16th, 1971, when Prime Minister of Canada, Pierre Trudeau, was alleged to have spoken or at least mouthed unparliamentary language in the House of Commons, causing a minor scandal. Trudeau mentioned the words Fuddle Duddle in an ambiguous answer to questions about what he may or may not have said in Parliament. Now, in February 71, opposition MPs accused Trudeau of having mouthed the words "fuck off" at them in the House of Commons. When pressed by television reporters on the matter, Trudeau would only freely admit to having moved his lips, answering the question, "What were you thinking when you move your lips?" by rhetorically asking in return, "What is the nature of your thoughts, gentlemen, when you say fuddle duddle," or something like that? God, you guys. Thus it remained unclear what Trudeau actually mouthed. Now, according to one MP, he said he heard, or partially heard, the words "fuck off," and I think that's never been said in the House before, or if it has been said, it was very quiet. Now, in a 2015 speech, his son, later Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, stated that his father didn't actually just say fuddle duddle. Well, we know Trudeau's personality. Now, there's a popular misconception that Fuddle Duddle was coined as a euphemism by the Hansard reporter who prepared the official transcript of Trudeau's words for that parliamentary session. However, Hansard did not record the exchange. In any case, Trudeau used it during a media scrum in the immediate aftermath of the parliamentary incident itself, leaving little time for a Hansard transcript to be consulted or be prepared. Trudeau may have coined the phrase on the spot. It did not gain wide currency in the long term. It did not enter most dictionaries of Canadian English other than the Canadian Oxford Dictionary. Now, official transcript of the CBC clip goes as this. John Lundrigan. The question I raised to the Right Honourable Prime Minister of Canada was that the government should introduce some new programs to lift the unemployment burden over and above what has been announced since last March. The Prime Minister interrupted me in a way that you would expect on the street by mouthing a four-letter obscenity, which I challenged him to verbally place on the record, and I don't think he's done so since. And I certainly don't expect this kind of behavior from my Prime Minister of Canada, having worshipped and really adored men like John Diefenbaker and Mr. Pearson and a lot of other people in the past. This to me is really inexcusable, and well, I guess we're just going to have to grin and bear it, along with the La Palme workers. Lincoln Alexander. He mouthed two words, and the first word which started with an F, and the second word of which started with an O. And he said it twice to John Lundrigan, the member from Gander-Twillingate. He also said the same thing to me. Now, I think that we reached a point where this type of conduct is not only disgraceful, but it's unacceptable, and I tried to bring that point home. Now, of course, the Prime Minister wants to split hairs and states that he didn't say it, but when he mouthed it, it was readily recognizable by me as to what he had said and what he meant. Interview with Pierre Trudeau. Well, what are they lip readers or something? Press, did you? Pierre Trudeau, of course I didn't say anything. I mean, that's now the press. Did you mount anything? Pierre Trudeau, I moved my lips and I used my hands as a gesture of derision, yes. But I didn't say anything. If these guys want to read lips and you want to see something into it, you know that's their problem. I think they're very sensitive. They come in the house and they make all kinds of accusations, and because I smile at them in derision, they come stomping out and go crying to mama or the television and that they've been insulted or something? Pierre Trudeau. Later in the press conference. Well, it's a lie because he didn't say anything. Press. Sir, did you mouth it? Pierre Trudeau, visibly annoyed. What does mouth mean? Press. Move your lips. Pierre Trudeau, move your lips? Yes, I move my lips. Press. In the words you've been quoted as saying? Pierre Trudeau, with a half smile. No. Press. After murmurs by the press, what were you thinking when you moved your lips? Pierre Trudeau, what is the nature of your thoughts, gentlemen, when you say fuddle duddle or something like that? God, you guys. And he walks away. Now, there was, in 71-72, a short-lived satirical magazine called Fuddle Duddle, which aspired to be the Canadian equivalent of Mad Magazine, however lasted only 5 issues before publication ceased. Now, at least 2 songs related to the incident were released as record singles. Fuddle Duddle by Antique Fair was written by Greg Hamilton and released on a Tuesday label True Quality Records. Now, Doodle Fuddle Duddle, written by Gary Ailes, performed by the House of Commons and released at GRT Records, was also released. Now, the Mount Tremblant Resort, a beautiful location, has a ski run named Fuddle Duddle, and Trudeau has been a regular visitor to the resort in the past. Now, a similar incident that took place on December 14, 2011, when Trudeau's son Justin, MP for Papineau, during question period of the House of Commons, shut out the words "piece of shit" when Peter Kent, the Conservative Environment Minister and a former journalist for Global and CBC, criticized NDP environment critic Megan Leslie for not attending the Durban Conference on Climate Change, despite the government banning all opposition MPs from joining Canada's delegation. Now, reporting the results of the 2015 Canadian federal election, the Toronto Sun newspaper front cover headline was "Fuddle Duddle" in response to the Justin Trudeau Liberal majority outcome. Now, of course, he probably said it, 90% sure, but the problem is, consider the source. Trudeau was basically by the bloom was off the rose, no pun intended, by 1971, and it's like this. If someone is angry all the time, would he lose their temper? Are you surprised? Trudeau seemed to be the type of person he didn't want to be bothered with the peons who thought they were better than him. He had no tolerance for those who didn't like him, and basically he was lucky. But I don't know what type of censure it would be for saying the word "fuck off" in the House of Commons. Would that be considered similar to a threat? Because you can say the words "fuck off" and it's like in connotation, fuck off, you know what we're talking about. It's like a good fellow or forget about it. So anyway, Justin Trudeau, again, if Justin Trudeau said her father might have said it, I think that's enough proof. We say he probably heard him say "fuck off" before. He should know he's his son. Thanks for listening. Bye.